evening, my name is Alexander.
And I'm Mark Palmer.
And you're watching Dissecting Trek. So, I didn't left my notes. So we get an opening that the kid... So, we get an opening sequence where that kid from Voyager, you know, the one with the nose thing, and there's these Borg, right, that are separated from the collective.
Yeah, it was, that kid who they came, like, it was like 7 of 9, they brought him back to humanity.
Yeah,
which is a really cool relationship in Voyager.
Yeah, and we get to see him brutally murdered.
I didn't don't get me wrong, I don't hate the whole gore thing or whatever. I don't particularly like it. I don't think it belongs in Star Trek. And I feel, I really hate eyes being pulled out, just to say the least. But it felt out of place. It felt like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Star Trek's always been a show I can put on around my kids. If I'd have put that on with Jenny watching, I would have felt absolutely terrible, pulling the eyes ball out of the socket and cutting it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then his exposed eye, which is just like flesh. It's just...
And they say fucking it now.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for them to say cunt. The sheer fucking hubris, you cunt, Picard!
7 of 9 puts him out of his misery. I mean, admittedly, I didn't realise it was him at first.
No, neither did I. By the time I realised it was that kid from Voyager, and I think it's a different actor. I'm not sure.
It doesn't matter, really.
They got the same actor as Bruce Maddox, and we didn't even talk about this 2 episodes ago, the last review we did. One of the Borgs was Hugh from My Borg.
I didn't even notice that.
Well, I knew about it, and then he was in the episode, but then we never talked about it, because he didn't do anything in the episode.
I didn't even notice him, to be honest. So.
He was like the main one talking to Daj.
Really?
Yeah, it was Hugh.
Well, not Daj,
from iBorg. Oh, Soji.
Daj number 2.
So it's nice that they got the actor that played Bruce Maddox and Hugh back. But I don't think it was the same actor. I'm not sure, I haven't looked it up, but it didn't look like it. But by the time I realised there was no emotional fucking reaction, because why don't have a scene with that kid, right, and be like, hey, do you remember when you watched Voyager and you enjoyed this character?
No, it's instantly his death.
No, yeah, it opens with a brutal murder.
7 of 9.
And 7 of 9 murders him.
Not to mention her little, you know the shit she has in her hand, the metallic things, look plastic as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, it looked plastic as fuck in the 90s with that.
They're at least silver, they're like green in this.
Sorry. My child.
I mean, I give fucking TNG, Voyager, DS9 a free pass for shit looking cheap as fuck, because the show was cheap as fuck.
Look better than
they made 24 episodes per season. This, they're making 10, and it's
they made 24 episodes, and at least 15 of them would be quality.
yeah. This, they're making 10, and then...
So far, there's not a quality one.
No, and her fucking, her little, whatchamacallit, hand thing looked plastic. Maybe they got the exact same prop from the 90s.
I guess their prosthetics are shit, but their CGI looks great.
Apparently. So I did think that Jerry Ryan fit back into the 7 role quite nicely. She felt like 7.
I disagree.
Yeah?
Yeah, to me, I felt like 7 of 9 was ever curious and in a constant battle with herself, wondering if she'll ever be human again, truly. I admit there was one scene she had later in the episode with Picard, we won't talk about that yet.
We'll get there.
But I felt that was accurate, very accurate.
Yeah.
But I felt like she was too angry. 7 had angry a little bit, but she was more angry at herself.
Yeah.
I felt like all she is now is just another angry chick.
So yeah, basically, when I say Jerry Ryan did a good job, the actress did a good job.
No, the acting was good. I'm talking about the writing
script,
again.
Yeah.
Generally, what all they have problems with, the fucking writing.
The actors, Patrick Stewart and Jerry Ryan and Jonathan Frakes and Marina Sirtis, and they're good. But everybody in the show is angry. When he asks Rafu to join his crew, she's like, no, fuck you, Bibba.
Oh my god.
When he asks fucking...
Rafi, man.
What?
Fucking Rafi, man.
Fucking Rafi.
Does Ellen get annoyed that you got that in here?
Yes.
When
he asks Romulan Legolas to join his crew, Romulan Legolas doesn't say, yes, I would be very happy to join your crew, beloved father figure. He says, no, fuck you, Picard, fucking no. They're all angsty, they're all angry, they're all bitter, they're all horrible, terrible characters who are filled with spite and vengeance.
Can I just talk about one super nitpicky thing I hate about Raffi?
Yes.
I feel like she's the character from Kung Pao who are like, oh no, we trained him wrong as a joke. Like, okay, so when she's looking at all the like holographic panels and stuff, right? She's never looking at the right place. Her actress is looking straight forward and all the shit is here. She's looking at the only empty space. I know it's not actually there, but everyone else looks at it just fine, and she just doesn't.
She's a bad actress.
Got the stupid twitching.
She
does constantly whenever she speaks.
She overacts and she over accentuates and she overuses like body language. If you go back and watch that very first scene with her and Picard, she's like,
you don't need to. It's bad enough in the other episodes.
Fleet, why are you leaving? So I'm like, ah!
They tried to throw in that shit with her son, and I gave no shits. I'm like, this is surface value. There's no. I don't feel like they know each other.
Alright, so there's a lot here we need to break down. First of all, she leaves the ship, and we have this soppy, like, feel bad scene between her and Picard. Fucking, I don't give a fuck about the character. I have no emotional investment in the character.
Time to go.
You've got this.
This is going to be very much harder without you.
It was almost like the old days for a minute there, huh?
She leaves, she goes to her son to like do some reconciliation type thing because she didn't pay.
I wish they'd had no point in building up to this.
No, we don't know her son, we don't know her relation, we don't even know her really, other than she's a bitch and she's a drug addict.
And she's friends with JL.
She's friends with JL. So yeah, she goes to her son, she's like, hey, I've kicked the drugs, I've come to find you.
Apparently she was a drug addict.
Yeah, can we be fucking friends again? Or can we fix our relationship? And once again, instead of the show having like a nice emotional beat, a moment of yes, you've done harm in my life and you've caused damage, but I forgive you. You can once again be my mother. He's like, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, give her a chance to show, like, maybe she'll cry or whatever, out happiness and stuff. I'm like, oh, I can connect with this character now. Nah.
If you go through those emotional moments, psychologically you need to forgive the person to get over it. So until he forgives her, he's not going to be able to get over that moment. Also, from what he explained, like, she was working a lot, so she didn't pay a lot of attention. It's like, big fucking deal.
Spoiled little shit.
I remember an interview with Billy Connolly, and the interviewer was like, did you ever feel bad about not seeing your children being raised because you're on the road touring? And he was like, no, I always thought it was the man's job to earn the money. My job was touring. So could you imagine if Billy Connolly's kids were like, fuck you, never want to see you again. You flipping cha-ching. Like, yeah. It's like, have an emotional moment that is happy and uplifting and fulfilling for the audience rather than another fuck you.
It's just constant aggression. Like, the human race is so angry in this series.
Everybody. 7 of 9 is angry at Picard for some reason.
Yeah.
Raffi's angry at Picard for some reason. Raffi's son is angry at Raffi.
The badass guy is the least angry of the lot, and he's the one who's supposed to be angry.
Yeah. So I have a little thing you can do to the script to make it 100 times better. Basically, you have the Raffi and the sun scene, and you hard cut to like a hotel room, dark lighting, you pan over, and you see Raffi hanging from her fucking neck from a rope. Done.
Okay,
we're done. Yeah. Or we have a nice little emotional moment, and they're friends again, and she's just gone.
She's gone. That's what I said to Chris. Like, when we found we had a stowaway, I'm like, for fuck's sake.
And when 7 left, I'm like, why is 7 leaving? Can she not be a character in this?
No, she's just.
Why is Raffi back? I don't want to see
I would
Raffi.
gladly train Raffi for 7.
Yes! I mean, they would probably not do 7 right. Like all that stuff you said before about her in-depth character. They probably wouldn't do that properly, but it's better than Raffi.
Her 100%. You know, I get it. Like, it makes sense if she's like because she literally just went through a massive loss. She could be fair enough angry. I felt like they did her wrong, but it doesn't mean that she couldn't return back to herself. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? She's gonna come back because of the whole Borg thing.
Yeah.
But like,
I've always been one who's always like cringy fan service of being like, we don't need that. Just tell a good story and I'm there. But at this point in time, I'm like, can we see 7? Can we see Worf? Can we see Geordi? Can Raffi fuck off? Can Agnes Everdeen Beehive fuck off? Like, fuck these new characters. Fuck Romulan Legolas.
Well, you know what? How about fuck flashbacks, man? I'm fucking sick of flashbacks. How many flashbacks did you get in TNG? I'm pretty sure 0. The only flashbacks she got were literal time travel.
Yeah.
Apart from that, there's nothing. No flashbacks. This series, I don't think there's been a single episode without a flashback.
Yeah, that's true. They're always coming back 13 years ago.
You can explain that through dialogue, but through
Jasper said something interesting. It's like, why not start the story when Utopia Planitia was attacked by the androids? That's the interesting part.
They want to do segments of a memory of it being 100%. Why did
that's the story?
There would have been emotional connection. Picard's heart breaking as his ship was coming down, and who knows, by season 3, season 4, even season 2, if you want to do a time jump.
Yeah. We see Picard. Yeah, we see Picard as an admiral while Mars gets attacked, while he's trying to evacuate Romulus or Remus or the entire Empire. Not that they know that's an empire. They just think that fucking the Romulans live on one planet. And they can't evacuate themselves.
And they're introducing the whole Romulan threat. Like, wouldn't it have been better, like, to have not the Tal Shiar, the Naj Bojuju, whatever the fuck.
The Narvaj? I don't know. The Jar.
Whatever. They didn't have to be revealed ASAP. They could have been revealed later down the line. The Tal Shiar wasn't brought up in TNG until fucking heaps down the track.
They're doing like 8 different storylines at the moment, eh?
I know, they're constantly releasing putting in new characters. I don't understand why Seven's counterpart, that chick, happens to look so much like Deanna Troi.
I don't know, and her name was like Bezazel. I remember somebody in some movie referring to her vagina as a vajazel.
Vajayjay.
Yeah, so
that's Elliot Reed from Scrubs.
Okay, so yeah, every time I heard vajazel, I just thought it was
I just
vagina.
don't understand why 7 of 9 and her happen to just know each other so well.
I don't know. Yeah, so
why is 7 of 9 not a member of staff? I get Starfleet's fucked and everyone's super aggressive, but like she where the fuck's Janeway, man? She was always super invested in 7 of 9. Unless she died, that would have been a really interesting thing. Have her die, and that's why 7 of 9 is really aggressive, because she was her mother figure who was teaching her about humanity, and then say some humans from Starfleet killed her or something.
Yeah.
Then she went this way, but nothing.
Yeah. So I'm going to stop referring to this character as Picard, because he doesn't feel like Picard to me. He feels like Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
There's this whole, like, one of the main story beats in this episode is they go down to a club. I'm like, wow, that reminds me of Last Jedi.
French accent.
Yeah, like
remember when he did the remember when he did put the eye patch down and did the fucking...
I'm like, that is not Picard!
It was a clear joke, like, haha, Disney sort of joke. And I was just like...
It's not Picard, it's Patrick Stewart.
I need the Picard.
I'm watching Patrick Stewart.
Put the picture of Picard doing the face palm. Okay? Because that's 100% what that is.
Yeah.
Appropriately sinister.
He was antisocial, he was stoic. It was basically all about the job. Like,
he was military, man.
Yeah. And that was his character, like... It didn't really delve into his character that much.
The only thing I agreed with in the first couple of episodes or whatever was how much he cared. Because Picard cared. 100% Picard cared.
Yeah.
But he was strict and he followed the rules.
Yeah.
You know, and everything, even watching Next Gen now in this episode, everyone is all the humans they're so calm. There's no more issues between the male and female gender, blah 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 in that episode.
Yeah.
And these days everyone's aggressive. All the Starfleet admirals are evil. I get it. There was an evil admiral or two in Next Gen or whatever.
Yeah.
But that was like a very rare thing. I was shocked.
Yeah.
These days it's like, oh, everyone's evil.
Yeah. So yeah, Patrick Stewart, him enjoying playing this character in this club scene did not feel like Picard at all.
He's like, wow, this is fun, but they're murdering my character.
Jasper's theory is that he's stoned as fuck and just having fun.
There's
There's this video of him like acting, and he was hard as fuck. And he lives in California, and I think he's come out and said that CBD oil helped his arthritis. I don't know if he's come out and said he likes recreational marijuana.
Oh, he does though.
He does, mate. He's high as fuck when he signed that. When he read those script, he was blazed. Actually, that'll make it worse.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, watching it makes it worse.
I haven't watched it like that, but I imagine it'd be awful. I wouldn't want to give it a go.
If not good.
I find myself literally checking like the time, how long it has left.
I do that when I do my second watch through with my notes. I'm like,
I can't believe you had to watch it twice. I don't think I'm ever going to watch this again.
I watched it 3 times because I watched it with Jasper as well.
Oh my god, can't he watch it himself? I'm sorry, I worship him, honestly.
I could ask him, I guess.
You lazy cunt, Jasper.
Aggie! I wish you knew what I know.
Who's the little blonde chick?
Agnes Everdeen, Beehive.
Agnes Everdeen Beehive. Why another? Let's just throw another fucking dramatic twist when she kills Maddox.
Yeah, so...
Oh, she wasn't 100%? Whoa, why? Next episode, Mr. Badass is going to betray them too. Because that's what everyone does. That's just, all this show just can't have a character who's genuine. It has to be dramatic, it has to be like...
dark, vindictive,
But not
spiteful,
dark.
angry. No, I mean... So, fuck, there are so... I just had like 8 things in my mind that I need to discuss. Fuck's sake! Alright, so we'll do Agnes Everdeen Beehive first, and then we'll go to 7 of 9.
Okay, go.
So there's this nice little cookie moment with her and Bruce Maddox, and you're like, oh, they have a relationship. And that cookie moment with him actually cooking rather than replicating stuff, well, that's a nice moment. And then she just fucking murders him.
Not in a nice way either. Like,
No,
that was an excruciating way to die.
So, either she's been pretending that she's naive and ditzy and cute and sweet and nice.
She's being forced by the Romulans to do this.
Yeah, she's a Romulan spy.
100%.
So she met up with sunglasses, bitch. Oh, this is so bad. Why is it all so bad? God damn it. Alright, well, let's talk about the little conversation that Picard and Seven had, because that was one of the few moments from like, oh, this kind of feels like Star Trek. Talking about being better.
And people would have no idea if they hadn't watched TNG.
Yeah. It's all about moving on socially, intellectually, emotionally.
Although I feel like Seven's acting was really good in that part, Picard's not so much.
It's sad. Do you think Patrick Stewart is senile?
No, I think he realizes how shit it is. And he's gotten over it. Personally. Like, when she goes on about how, like, do you truly feel like you've regained all your humanity? He's like, yes. Really? No!
Do you honestly feel that you regained your humanity?
Yes.
All of it?
No.
Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? He's like, no, I don't. He could have said something like, no, I don't, but he does say it's a constant battle or whatever.
Do you know what had just happened? He'd taken a massive edible and he was freaking the fuck out. Oh my god, these lights.
Film the scene
What are these
once and
cameras
just leave it in there.
I'm freaking the fuck out. See, yeah, that little moment was kind of, well, the message of it was Star Trek, right? It's like, you need to move on. You can't get stuck in the revenge thing. And don't get me wrong, like, I love a good revenge flick. Like Tarantino, there's a lot of revenge in that. Like, Kill Bill is Kill Bill, but Star Trek is not Kill Bill. And Star Trek is not revenge in Tarantino.
First thing she does is ignore what he says and
go
go
back
straight
and
back down
murders
and murders her
everybody.
and dissolves her to the absolute shithouse.
It's like, oh, okay, is this the message we're left for? No, you should murder everyone. You shouldn't be better than your
And
basic
then does a
emotions.
fucking action hero shoot.
We haven't evolved. Goodbye, Star Trek Picard. Come back. Can we have like a nice uplifting character moment where you learn something and you better yourself emotionally?
Maybe we'll get a thing where she goes, it didn't change anything or some shit.
But they had that moment and it's just like, was that meant to be cool?
She was just lying to him.
This is for him.
So the one thing I did like about this episode is we didn't cut back to that goddamn fucking Borg cube with fucking Soji and that dumbass fucking doofy looking Romulan cunt.
It wasn't in there at all, was it?
No, and it was good. Because I'm sick of them cutting to that and nothing happening other than like a barrage of dialogue
What
about
about when
bullshit.
they went barefoot and were sliding through in the episode before? That was some good content, man. That was fantastic. And then they made out again? Remember when they made out again, Alex? Do you remember that?
Remember when his sister tried?
I'm really hoping next episode they can fuck again and make out again because I'm not sick of watching that.
They just keep on cutting back to it and like barraging you with dialogue that gives you nothing but gives you too much.
I know, you know what's going to happen, like right towards the last few episodes, the Borg cube's going to come out of nowhere and start attacking him or whatever. Right when Picard's on the fucking cube.
And Red Letter Media went over this. And the obvious twist, because Bruce Maddox says that he planted Soji and Dodge on Earth / the Borg cube to find out the truth. And basically it's going to be the Romulans created the Borg. Which makes no sense continuity-wise. Because
How do the
said-
Romulans get to Delta Quadrant?
Doesn't matter. They don't know about it. They haven't watched Voyager, Mark. They haven't even watched Next Gen. You think they watched Voyager? You talk to... We can get the showrunner on here.
It was mentioned they were from the Delta Quadrant and it's insane how fast.
Yeah, Guinan said they were like millennia years old. But I think they're going to do a thing where it's like the Romulans created the Borg. What the twist?
I can see
That's a
that.
very Star Trek Picard thing to happen.
And you know it's canon. So that'll forever be a thing.
Can it just be deleted? And can we just watch Next Gen?
Well,
We can still watch Next Gen.
I was always hoping that we bring back Star Trek, but I'm really wishing they hadn't.
I don't know whether it damages like a rewatch of a Next Gen.
No, it definitely doesn't.
Well, wait, Next Gen will always use it. It's what it is. It's waste. It's going back and using these characters, and instead of telling a good, fulfilling, uplifting, well-written story, it's wasting the opportunity. It's like, how much longer is Patrick Stewart going to be alive? This could have been good.
Well, I just their thought process. Discovery isn't doing that well. True Star Trek fans didn't enjoy it. Let's bring half the same writers to Picard.
If we have that actor from that show, then they'll watch. And we'll bring in that other actor.
But the thing is, they don't watch reviews on it. They literally will look at the numbers of people watching, like people like us, who will continue to watch it.
I'm illegally downloading it, Mark.
Yeah, that's fair. So, but yeah, you know what I mean?
That's only one number though. And I was just joking. I wouldn't illegally download anything. Also, that thing about being high while watching it is completely falsified, so I seem cool as well. The law.
But yeah, I did enjoy. I don't. We didn't review the last episode, obviously, but I did enjoy the Romulan Bird of Prey. I don't understand. I mean, actually, it made sense why it was there too. It was an obsolete thing they had to get their hands.
What do you think about Romulan Legolas or Regulus? He's gonna be the comic relief, I think. There are a few moments where he's like, he's the fish out of water, like, there you go.
Get one?
I don't know. I don't understand social cues. What has happened?
I guess.
Man with
okay,
sword.
I don't have any issues with him, apart from the fact that he's clearly a samurai, which is unnecessary. I did like the fact. We literally already talked about that episode. He didn't do anything in this episode apart from make a bit of comedic relief.
He's an elf, though.
100%, he's an elf.
The Romulans were never elves. They were like Soviet Russians.
Yeah, but
And now these people
pointy ears, Alex. In the next episode, he's gonna. In the next episode, he's gonna have blonde hair. And Orlando Bloom's gonna be playing him.
But Romulans aren't elves.
But they have pointy ears, Alex. Isn't that the same thing?
I mean, if you hadn't watched TNG, I guess you would assume that they're elves.
Well, that's what people will be assuming. You know, they're space elves.
like
No one will even
niggas.
put the two and two together. The fact that the Vulcans are the same, like, general species. You know what I mean? And they're gonna look at like fucking Rafi's son's wife is clearly a Vulcan, and it's gonna be, oh look, that's a Romulan with a funny haircut.
Hello. It's wonderful to meet you. Will you be staying a while?
No, like I said, she's just passing by.
Anything?
Oh, there are a few things, but I don't even care about talking of. Why doesn't the emergency medical hologram? It's just gonna be like Agnes Everdeen Beehive murdered Bruce Maddox, right?
Yeah,
She did it in front of him.
Didn't think about it, so he can easily say it again. She'll hack the program or something because she can do that, you know.
7 was kind of interesting, and now she's gone. And now
she's just gone for now. She'll be back.
Bruce is dead. Picard's dead.
At least Picard knows where they are now.
Star Trek is dead.
The artifact, huh?
Yeah. Got anything else?
No.
We're done.
Done.
Thank you for watching. It'll help if you guys could unsubscribe from CBS All Access or Amazon Prime and tell them this is Puss. That was not a happy ending.
No.